Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mrs. Sudha Murthy with the warmest round of applause as she joins us today.
सगळ्यांना नमस्कार. हॅलो, सगळ्यांना नमस्कार. Namaste to everyone. Thank you for coming for this launch. The power of storytelling is amazing. I just want to take 5 minutes or 7 minutes of your time to tell two incidents. When I was a girl of 12 or 13 years old, or maybe 14 years old, one of my teachers went on a maternity leave. And it was the last class, was a history class between 4 and 5 in the school. And I was the school class monitor. She said, Sudha, you have to manage the class because I'm not going to come for next 4 months. There was no substitute teacher in those days. In a small village. I said, no problem. My classmates won't listen to me at all. Because of their same age, why they should listen to me? So I said, how to hold them? Because the monitor is the one who should hold them. That was in my mind. I said, the best way is to tell a story and hold the class. So I started telling a story, but I will never tell the end. You know, like Arabian Nights, I will 95% I'll finish. The next one, I said, next day, at 4 o'clock class, I will do that. So I could hold the class for 4 months by telling about how many stories, 40, 50 or 60 stories I must have told. That made me to read a lot more stories because I have to get prepared to hold the class. Later, after many, many years, a lot of water was flowed, many seasons changed. I became a teacher of computer science in a university. And I used to get 1 hour to teach MBA, MCA, all the higher level classes. In higher level class, it's very difficult to hold their mind because, you know, there are 2 doors, their mind will be another door to go out. I used to teach 45 minutes my subject, C++, Java, whatever the database management, dry subjects. After that 15 minutes, I'll tell a story. And because of story, or maybe because I don't know how I taught 45 minutes, students used to stay up the last 15 minutes. My children, my students did exceedingly well in real life. They have, many of them have their own companies in different parts of the globe. They come and meet me like old wine, old students, old memories are precious and rare. So I always welcome them. I ask them, Beta, I taught you so many good computer subjects. In real life, how many of them were useful to you? They said, ma'am, I don't remember any one of them. We remember your stories. That is the amazing power of a story. A story can bind, teach indirectly, and make you to addicted to, or making to, in a way, get used to the story time. When I realized, I said, I must use this technique somewhere else in my life. When I became grandmother, my granddaughters were away from me. I said, how will I talk to them every day? They were so young also. So I said, let me write stories for them. And whenever I go, I will take that book and I will talk to them each one by story. So I introduced 2 characters actually. Krishna when she was very young, and later the other child came, then Anushka. So I wrote many stories and made 3-4 books in last 8 years. Grandma's bags of stories, grandparents' bags of stories, Magic Drum are the 3 books which are very, very popular. I'm really grateful to my daughter-in-law, Aparna Krishnan. Once she came and told me, Amma, your stories are very nice, but it has to be animated because the world has changed. I said, it may be because I'm an author. For me, pen and paper are more important. Other things do not matter. And I write through my heart. She said, no, it can go to remote areas also where books are not available. So I told you make a research and come back. Because I'm a teacher, I will not accept immediately. So she has to make research, and she came back and she told me why it is so important. Then I said, Beta, that is not my cup of tea. Film making, animation making, digital world is not my cup of tea. And that is your next generation, your cup of tea. If you have to work hard, work hard. If you are going to make it effective, please do make it. But you take the responsibility. Thus, Aparna Krishnan became the real mother of this animated series. She is not able to come today, fortunately I will tell, because she is going to be a real mother in 10 days or 15 days. So I told her, beta, your first child is Sudha Amma's or Murthy Media's, Sudha Amma's story time with Sudha Amma. Her second will be the real physical child will come after 10 or 12 days. So I want to thank her wholeheartedly, all the team, all the members and Aparna for a relentless research and work, reading, rereading and getting 52 stories. And I'm very happy that it is going to become animated version. I can see them with my eyes because all these stories are in my mind. Okay, when they really come on the screen, how they look, what they wear, what they eat, and I know I become child in my mind, and I will enjoy them. Thank you very much for all the people concerned here. I should not forget anyone's name, so I just do not want to take name everyone here to make this occasion to happen. I hope most important thing for me are kids. I hope kids, you will like it. You are my Annadata, I tell them when you buy a book. So I said, you buy my book. So I become rich and famous because of you. So you are my Annadata, Annadata Sukhi Bhava. Thank you very much, kids. If you enjoy, everything is done. Thanks a lot. Of course, Prasuna is here, Shantanu is here. They have done actually a magic, I feel. And they're fantastic people. Maya is here. Many more people. Maya has put so much time and with so many questions I will ask in between, and she has done a great job. Is Aparna around here? Is Aparna beta? Are you around here? Yeah, I would like Aparna should talk few words. I talk a lot. My daughter-in-law talks very little. Okay. A complement makes a universal set. We two together make one universe. Okay. Thank you, media people, all of you. Thank you for coming. Once again, thank you, mothers, bringing children here. Thanks once again. Dhanyavad.
Sudha Amma, my question is to you. Your stories are not just stories, but value-based knowledge as well, isn't it?
Thank you very much for the compliment. I think so.
Yes.
Tell me the question, sir.
Yeah, my question is to you is your stories are not just stories, but value-based knowledge as well. Value-based knowledge. There is some Indian culture.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one.
Hello.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm Malika from India. And my question is to Sudha ma'am. Can you hold the mic a little closer? Okay. Ma'am, why do you believe that storytelling is such a powerful tool for children's learning and development?
Why?
Yeah.
I gave two examples, no? I learned when I was 12 years old, you can hold everybody's attention by story. And later, as a teacher, I realized what you teach is through stories will always remember in their mind. Because it is a time immemorial. Every country, stories play an important role. Whether you write it on a stone, or bourgeois patra, or in a paper, or in a copper plate, or on typewriter, whatever it is, stories are always there in every country from generation to generation.
Okay.
That's the reason I consider it one of the important factor of teaching children, and why Panchatantra was originated, to teach children in a proper way. So I consider them it's very important part of education.
Okay. One more question to Megha ma'am.
Megha.
Since you were making animation, which one? How
Can't
was
hear,
your
ma'am.
experience? How was your experience? Did you face any challenges doing the same?
Like I said, I think it was one of the best partnerships we've had with Murthy Media. It was like like-minded people coming together. It was an honor and privilege, given by Murthy Media to Cosmos Maya to do this show, to make this come alive, ma'am's stories come alive. So we've had a fantastic relationship, fantastic journey so far, and hoping that all of you will love what we've created together.
Thank you.
Hi, ma'am. So I'm Angela's mom. And the first book that she read about you was How the Earth Got Its Beauty, and that was magical. Post that, she picked up another book called Magic Pot. So, correct? Okay. And I create stories for my kids. She is 7 and I have a son who's 21 months. So when I create stories, I go based on whatever I see and then connect it to values. So I want to know, when you spoke, you said a lot of characters come alive. So when you create stories, what comes first? Do characters come first or does value come first?
Together. For me, every author has their own method of creating stories, because it's a creative art. So no two people can think alike. So for me, the story and character come together. Probably the story first and characters come through that, and they talk to me. I can easily make out frame by frame they come. And what I see, I write them. That is my method. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am. My question for you, Sudha Amma. What advice would you like to give to today's children who spends more time on YouTube rather than their studies?
More time on YouTube.
Yeah.
It is hard actually today to bring up children is not easy. It is a little hard. Not my time. My time, my children did not have the iPhone and YouTube. Only black and white TV and little bit of Ramayana, Mahabharata. Things were different. But this reality is today. It's not that easy. You have to work extra to bring up children. It is not like they are born, they will study. It is not that way. You have to spend a lot more time with them, understanding their peer pressure, sitting with them and talking to them like a friend, and then rationing to some extent time. Like, 4 hours you read and 4 hours you will get. There are many, many techniques you have to use, not only one. Because one child requires one technique, other child requires another technique. So you can tell that you can see TV or YouTube or iPad 4 hours per week, and 4 hours you have to equal partnership, you have to read. Something, that kind of bargain you have to do. And you also have to sit with them. It is not that I will do WhatsApp and they will do their work. Aisa nahi chalta hai. I will also sit and read with them.
Absolutely.
I will also sit and see the same YouTube and describe, learn, start a friendship with them. And that helps a lot rather than giving instruction.
Books from Sudha Amma also, and seen very various videos also of how to treat our kids. And there are many other authors which are differing from Sudha Amma's views. Can I get a good advice to them for if somebody is a new author, what advice would you give related to the parenting tips?
New parent or new author?
New author who writes about parenting advices.
See, there is no hard and fast rule in parenting, because you are dealing with the children. Every child is a flower, but 2 flowers are not alike. It's a God's gift. So there is no general rule, but overall, traditionally, which I have seen and which I followed is Palayet Pancha Varshat Dandaye Dasha Varshat Shodasha Varshu Prapteshu Putram Pitra Dacharet. Let me say 5 to 7 years when they make mistake, hug them, don't scold them. It's okay. We also have made many mistakes, that we forget now. And second thing is, when they are above 7 up to 10 years and all, if they make a mistake, a little bit of punishment, not too much harsh, saying that this is not correct. I used to give punishment in such a way that, okay, if you don't do that, then I will not eat. Okay, I will take that punishment on me. Not eating was the different reason. But to tell them that it's not correct, you have to tell them with a stern voice, at times open your eyes and all. I don't believe in beating. After a certain age, when they are 16 years and all, then they are like your friends. You cannot dictate anything. You want to teach your children anything between 8 to 14, 7 to 14, you can do. By cajoling, by, at times scolding, at times, making them, you are very nice, but you can do it better. So there are many, many techniques are there. So I believe there is no simple rule. And this depends on a child to child, family to family, aspiration to aspiration. Like many parents, the unfulfilled aspirations they want their children should have. For example, they think of that. I did not become a doctor, my child should become a doctor. They are all wrong things. I did not become, it's okay. But why your child should become? No, nothing is hereditary other than hereditary disease. No intelligence, beauty, entrepreneurship is hereditary. Please do not put all your aspiration on a child and then get upset the child is not doing well. Every child should run their own marathon. He or she should run their own marathon. You have to guide them in case they are wrong. You should not allow them go to that part. But let the child enjoy life. Let it find out what passion the child has, she or he has. Allow them to do a passion as long as it's legally, ethically right.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
All right, now we have a question for a very special audience member for Sudha ma'am.
Of course, of course.
Ma'am, my question is what inspired you to write such wonderful books?
All books are children books.
Yes, ma'am.
All books are children book. Both are different.
Children books.
Children books I wrote, actually I wanted to share my stories. I may be knowing about 1,000 stories, I suppose. Okay, then I thought, when I grow, of course I'm old. If I don't write it down, the next generation will not get. So some of the stories I thought I should write it and give it to next generation. I wrote it for my granddaughter Krishna first and later to Anushka. Anushka, I wrote 2 novels, The Magic of the Lost Story, Magic of the Lost Temple. I wrote 2 long, short novels for her. Yeah, that is Nooni's book. Nooni is my granddaughter. And she also appears in the cartoon. Nooni. Nooni is my granddaughter. She appears in the cartoon. Gopi is my companion, my heart, my dog. It's inseparable. It's so hard for me without him. And he comes in every episode. He adds some joy, some, fun. And he's a golden retriever. He likes people. If they are talking 2-3 people, he'll come and sit in between. Okay? And there are books on Gopi also. Gopi 1, 2, 3. You can see that. Yeah. Thank you. Any child. Yeah, I want children should ask. Yes, beta. Tell me, beta. What's your question?
How to put the correct music on the correct tune?
Ask them, not mine.